Guys, what's up, mamas, nap time warriors? I am Mama Shira. Welcome to DIY Mama Tribe, where I share DIYs and crafts for home, mom, and baby. Speaking of baby, today, I don't know if you guys have seen, or if you still use this style of changing table, but I'm going to insert a picture. My changing table has like the changing pad and everything up top, but then there's this big open space, and then there are two drawers where I store the baby's clothes. Now, in the open space, we used to keep diapers and whatnot in there, but now that she can reach all that, diapers and changing things go on a whole separate area on top of the hamper, and I try to keep her linens pushed toward the back of that area in the changing table, that big open space. Lately though, my baby is growing, she's getting taller, which is fantastic, but that means that she can now reach the back or toward the back of the changing area to the linens, and she pulls them out and I have to refold them, and done with that. So what I've come up with today is a DIY drawer to fit into the space, and this drawer is unique because not only did I build it out of cardboard, but it has a section in the back for the linens, and up front is a little play area for her to play with her blocks and her little people, so she can still access that area to a certain extent, and I can store my linens behind it. And if all of that sounds just nuts and you can't picture what I'm saying, let's get into the tutorial.
So guys, this is what I started with. I drew out the basic pieces that I needed and the measurements for each. I really should have measured a little less than that, but I'll get to that part. So I am just using some moving boxes that we had when we moved in a few years ago into our house, and I saved them thinking like, okay, maybe I can use them for something else or ship things in, but nope. I am going to build this drawer out of it. So you see me now, all those measurements that I took, I'm cutting out all those different pieces, and the bottom is reinforced. It has a, I used Gorilla Glue construction adhesive to make it 2-layered to give it just some extra strength, but everything else is just exactly as I had drawn out. And I also did a handle on the sensor just so I could be able to pull the drawer in and out, and I reinforced that handle area just because, it's going to be used a lot, so I just put an extra piece of cardboard there to reinforce it, and I hot glued that to the main piece. Yeah. So the next step for me was to paint out part of that because I want the front to be black and white. So this is the background basically for the little play area that is in the front of the drawer. So I'm just using some Kills with a very dry sponge brush. Because it is cardboard, I know it's going to bow a little, but I don't want it to be sopping wet. So I'm just spreading the paint super thin onto all the pieces that will be seen from the front of the drawer. And now guys, I don't know if you know this, but there are free coloring pages that you can print out. So I wanted like a little village scene for her to play with her little block people. So I have like a little cafe, a farm stand, a flower stand, and some houses. And I even made some of the houses smaller so that they fit under the handle, but I still get that village look. So I just printed these out off of my computer, just off the internet, cut them out, and I'm going to use a glue stick to arrange and glue them down to that front piece that's going to be the drawer handle. And when I'm gluing these down, I'm covering the back of those pieces completely because I don't want them to go anywhere. And of course, later when she's older, she can maybe color them in marker or, come up with some other pieces of her own to add. It's fun stuff. So I want that village to sit about 6 inches back. So this is the bottom piece of my drawer, and I'm just making sure that I get it exactly. I drew a line for where 6 inches was so I can know where to mark that. And for the front, I'm using some bias tape to just line that raw edge of the cardboard. Just hot gluing it down, nothing super fancy, just some black bias tape hot glued to the edge of the cardboard. Now it's time to construct the drawer, and you guys have seen me do cardboard construction before. I use hot glue along the edge to hold initially, and then I go into the crease of whatever joint I'm making, and I kind of use the hot glue like caulk to secure the piece and hold it together. So it's hot glued twice, once for initially holding the pieces together, and then again just in the crevice of those two pieces as if I was using caulk. So I'm going to go around to all of my pieces and put it all together. Now, since this is a drawer in her room, I do want to line it. So this is just some canvas that you can pick it up at Lowe's, Home Depot. It's just some drop cloth canvas, and all of those different sizes that I cut out in cardboard, I'm now cutting them out of that canvas. So I don't know if you guys know this, but if you take a little glue, Elmer's glue and water, that is the best way to adhere fabric to cardboard. It holds like like wallpaper paste almost. So I just did that all around, lined the inside and outside of the drawer, and this is how it came out. I was super happy with it. I love like the little village in front. I even added some bias tape to the handle so it would be finished, as well as the top edge of the drawer. Like the inside is lined, and that front has the little village that's painted out white. It's like little black and white. However, this is what I was saying about measuring. I measured a couple of times, but I didn't account for this lip on the thing on the changing table. So I ended up having to take this apart and cut it down and reconstruct it. But in the end, it came out nice, and both me and the baby love it.
So neat, right? I really hope that this solves the issue. Well, at least it will for a while, but who knows? I'm always coming up with solutions for whatever life throws at me with raising my first baby. So let's see what happens. So if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. I have tons of ideas, lots of projects lined up, and I can't wait to share them with you. So on that note,